Hi everybody, happy Wednesday. Slightly chaotic one today, and it's going to be a quick one as well because I've got a little man and it's my day to have him, and I didn't have anybody to have him while I came on here, and then I thought about putting him in the high chair, and I was like, well, that's not going to work, is it? Because all he wants to do is sit on my lap when I'm sewing. So I rang Sarah, and Sarah's come over from the shop, so she's babysitting over there. And I'm going to do this, so it's going to be a quickie. We've still got the fat quarters 8 for £10 on the website. They are a random mix, but they're all our usual brands and everything. You don't get to choose, but there's 8 for £10, which makes them £1.25 each, I think. And we've got a few of the books left as well. Quite a lot of them went yesterday, but there are a few left if anybody wants any of the isolation sampler box. So yeah, I think that's... Any other news to tell them, Sarah?
No, the isolation quilts are on back order because I've got a print, and as fast as I'm printing them and binding them, they're being sold.
Pretty much. I don't know if you heard that, but yeah. So as far as she's got to print them and bind them, because she's got the knack with the binder machine. It took me about 40 minutes to do one, but she's done so many now that she's got a knack of it. So so you can still buy them, but you've got to wait for her to print them now. Print and bind them. So what we're going to do today is we're going to have a little go at a block, which again is, I'm all about reuse, recycle this January. So I grabbed a box of scraps, one of my many boxes of scraps, and came up with this little block. And it's all used in like 2.5-inch pieces. But before we do that, I'm just going to very quickly say hello. So who's there? Hello. Hi Jean, hi Linda, hi Anne, hi Carol. Ah, lovely. If anyone else has said hello, sorry, the comments have already gone, so I will leave it on the comments bit now so I can see what you're doing. I'm also just going to very quickly plug my iron in. So, the block we're going to do today, here we go. Hi Taryn, hi Susie, hi Claire, hi Jane, hi Leslie. Hello, how are everybody? Oh, don't worry about being late, Leslie. I haven't done anything interesting, not yet anyway. Hi Marion, we're doing block 4 of the medallion quilt. Ah, lovely. Yeah, hi Susie, hello, Susie Duncan, hello, other Susie to the other one I just said hello to. Yeah, it's all about using up my scraps. So I thought we'd have a little go at this. Very easy, but I think would be a really cool like picnic blanket, or blanket made or quilt maybe for like a teenager that wants something a little bit more funky. So let's hi Vanessa. Ah, hello everybody. Ah, hi Cara. Your little man is being delicious today. He's got his good head on and he's being a delight. Hi Wendy too. Hello everybody. Lots of you coming online. You're doing block 4 of the medallion quilt. Is the video on YouTube for it? It's not on YouTube yet. I'm about 2 months behind with YouTube. It's something I've got to get done. But if you go back through the Facebook Lives, Marion, it'll still be on our Facebook page. You've just got to scroll back to get to it. Okay. Hi Hilary. Is there a video on YouTube for it? Just remind it. No, that's sorry. Yeah. Hi Carolyn. Still watching with Jacob. He's still not well today. Oh, bless you. Well, hello Jacob. Hope you're feeling a bit better soon, darling. Okay. Right. Hi Kate as well. Lovely. Oh, lots of you. Hello Karen. Oh, it's sunny here today. It's cold still, but it's really lovely out there today, Karen. It's beautiful. Right, so hopefully we're over on the overhead. And what we're going to be doing today is this, okay? So the block is that, okay, like that, okay? We're just using 2.5-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips. And then all I'm doing is just then put in this little blocks together, okay? I've already done another couple here, but we're going to whip some more together in a moment, all right? These scrap quilts work best when you don't think about it, okay? Don't think about the colours you're putting together. Once you start analysing it, it becomes too rigid, and then it's not what scrappy quilting's about really. However, this block uses all 2.5-inch squares, 2.5-inch pieces rather. So you could use a jelly roll, and then that way you'd have the colour coordination with it. So it's a really nice block to do, either like this, which is all I did was went through my scrap bucket, and cut as many 2.5-inch squares as I could. I literally pulled a pile out. If they were a bit longer, I kept them for 2.5 by 8.5. Okay, which is what you're going to need, some of those. And then all the littler pieces, I got as many 2.5 by 2.5-inch squares as I could. Okay, this didn't even make, well, as you can see, didn't even make a dent in one of the very many of scrap boxes I've got. So it would, you know, it's a great way of using up bits and pieces. I keep freezing. Oh, sorry, Hilary, I don't know why that is. Is it freezing for anybody else? Let me know. Whether it's it might be your end, lovely. Is it freezing for everyone else? We love that. Awesome. Yeah, it would be a great plate quilt, Susie. You're right, absolutely. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make some little 4 patches with the 2.5-inch squares. Again, try not to think about it too much. Just lay them out, and I'd maybe think about it a weeny bit, as in the fact that you don't want maybe 2 of the same fabric together, but we're going to make a couple of little 4 patches. So we're going to chain piece all of these together into 2s like that, and then we're going to put the 2s into 4s. So over to the sewing machine. How is it? Is your freezing for you as well? It's okay. It's all good for you. Oh, okay. You freeze every so often, but now it's okay. Don't know, my darlings. It's sometimes just, depends who's on the wire. Mind you, nobody's here. Well, Josh is here, but Josh is working, which is why I had to ask Sarah to come over, because Drew and Alex are all out. So hopefully you're on this right camera. And I'm just going to put these right sides together. So I would pair them all up, put them right sides together, and then off we go. Okay. Sorry about the music in the background. That's just little Jonah playing with Sasa. Okay, so I'm just going to chain piece them. This is a super quick block. It's one of those ones you don't really have to think about too much. It's when you just want to sew and you can just do something. So, yeah, sometimes, some people are freezing, some aren't. Are you loving the music? that's little man's baby walker, and yeah, he's which he loves. He's going to walk any day now. He really is. He's starting to stand by himself because he doesn't realise he's holding on. So we're going to go back over to the overhead. Here we go. And all we're going to do is we're going to iron these all to one side. Okay. So just open that out, set your seam like that, and I really do need to get a new cut and press board because this one is grubby. It's where I've spilt tea and starching and stuff. It's gone grubby now. There we go. Put those together like that. Iron it all one way, and then you can put them together. Now because I've ironed them all one way, I'm just going to flip it and nest up that seam. So we're just making that lovely little 4 patch, and do the same on this one. So flip it so it's on opposite sides. It doesn't matter if the fabric's directional, because when we put it together in the big block, they're going to go upside down, right way round anyway. So don't worry about directional fabrics. All right, back over to the machine. There we go. Then my troubles will start, absolutely. Well, I was unloading the dishwasher this morning, and he was in the kitchen with me watching me do it. The next thing I know, pardon?
Remember, Cara's watching you.
Yeah, Cara, he got into the dishwasher, love. He did, literally. I turned my back for a second. I put the dishwasher door down, turned my back to put something up in the cupboard, mugs into the cupboard, and he literally crawled onto the, pulled himself up onto the door. Hello! It's going to be a bit chaotic today, sorry guys. Yeah, pulled himself up onto the dishwasher door and got onto the door. He was soaking wet, and I was like, oh my god, you little toad. So, there we go. Let's go back over here. He's climbed the stairs today as well. He's found out the stairs, so I'm going to have to get the stair gate out. So he's in a lush mood today, though. You know when they're just in a really good mood and they're fun to have around? Not like the other day when he was an absolute little toad. There we go. So, little 4 patches there. Okay. You could do that little trick with the 4 patch if you want. For those of you like freezing and no sound, we'll watch later on catch up. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's going on, lovelies. Like I said, there's hardly anybody here, so unless they're doing some work on the Wi-Fi, you can take those little stitches out like that, and then make it go in opposite directions, like that, which makes it nice and flat. There we go. Cece's threatening to show Jonah Peppa Pig.
He's not interested.
He's not interested. It's not Hey Dougie. He's a Hey Dougie boy, not Peppa Pig. He probably just wants your phone.
No, he doesn't even want that. He wants you.
He wants me. Yeah, well, you can't have me. There we go. Taking out those 2 little stitches, and then you can flip this. Oh, well, I would if I could. It's just not paying up. How's everybody else doing? Is it actually... There we go. And then do that one flat. So, just makes it nice and flat, that little bit there. Okay? Make as many 4 patches as you can. Alright? So, we're just going to do 2 today. And then with your 2.5 by 8.5 inch pieces, okay, we're going to, oh, I've got too many there, we're just going to sew those together as well. So we're going to, again, right sides together,
What's this?
1/4 inch seam allowance.
We'll do that one. Can we do that one?
There we go. And then we're going to take that over as well. You've seen a few things on Facebook where people with iPads are having problems with lives. Oh, right. Sky keeps dropping in and out as well. My grandchildren love the night garden. Oh, Tom used to love the night garden. My Tom, who's 15 now, but that was his favourite in the night garden with Iggle Piggle and all that lot. So down we go, 1/4 inch seam. There we go, like that. Trouble is, this little man can hear the sewing machine, so wants to be sat on my lap because he likes to sit on my lap and watch me sew. Sat for about 20 minutes the other day. Here we go. So 1/4 inch seam on those. What are you doing, darling? What are you doing? Here we go. So back over to here, and we're just going to iron these out to one side. And the block is nearly done. We've got one seam left to do, like that. Give that a quick set.
Go find a biscuit.
Here we go.
Come on. Should we go find something to eat? Bless you.
In the tea cupboards there should be like little biscotti biscuit things, Heinz ones in there. Okay, we're then going to put these on. So again, I want to nest that, there we go, nest that seam there. So just turn this, so you can see that that's going the same way. So just turn it until it's going the opposite way, because again, directional doesn't matter. So I can nest that one, and then the same on this one. So just turn this. How are none of those the right way? Hang on. There we go, that side. Haha. Just turn this one upside down and it worked. So again, I'm going to nest that one, and we're going to stitch those on the top of each of these. Okay. So biscuits a good standby, absolutely. When in doubt, give him a biscuit. He does love a malted milk. He also loves crumpets. Granny can't have crumpets because we have to share with Jonah. There we go, all the way down like that. How's everyone? Is signal's okay there? You've had signal there. You're busy doing a bargello, but you've had to make your own 9-degree ruler. Oh, get you, hun. That's clever. Wish I did that. Hi, Sarah. What happens at Nana's stays at Nana's? Yeah. If Cara's watching, she now knows what he's getting up to. Oh, I think she trusts me with him. I try and stick by her rules as much as possible. I know how cross I would have been if like my mum or anybody had not said what I wanted. So I do try and stick by her rules. So he does occasionally get an extra Milky Bar button rather than she might want him to have. Right, okay, so you're going to make as many as that as possible, okay? It's actually a really good one for like trying to practice your points, because it doesn't matter if they're a little bit out, but it's a really good little block for nesting practice, okay? We're going to put these together by flipping them. So I'm just going to flip that one upside down so that my 4 patch is down over here. Okay, and then that one's up there. In fact, I think this Scout's been here today, so I think the camera's moved a bit, isn't it? Like that, and then we're going to flip those over and then do a long seam all the way down here. Okay, so we're back over to the machine. There we go. Let's do a challenge post. There we go. Let's do a challenge post. And because little man's here, let's do show us your babies. So actually, I don't want to see you sewing stuff. Well, I can't. Yeah, you can something you've sewn for a baby, or have you got a baby picture of yourself? Show us a baby picture of yourself, or if you've sewn something for a little one, grandchild or child, or a niece or nephew. So I'll put a challenge post up in a minute, okay, and we'll we'll pull that on Tuesday next week. Okay, so we'll give you over the weekend. So either be brave, show us a baby picture, or show us something you've sewn for a little one. Okay, that could be or knitted or crocheted, doesn't have to be sewn. Make as many of those blocks as you want, like that, and then join them together. And all I would say is when you're joining them together, just make sure that you're not there we go. Oh no, actually, because I've already done that. But when you're joining them together, make sure that you're offsetting them. All right. You could do them into 4s, so do another one of that. And put this one down here, and then make another section. Make lots of big blocks and then join them all together. They'd make a quite interesting table runner as well. If you're using up jelly roll, because you wouldn't need many jelly roll strips, to make an interesting table runner. If it was all in the same colours, maybe to match your room and stuff. So I've called this the Scrip Scrap Strip block, because it was all the scrips and scraps out of my bucket and cut into strips and put together. Really, really nice and easy. And I think it makes quite an interesting, it would be a lovely, like Susie was saying, a lovely, lovely play mat, because it would be really bright. You could do a little bit of fussy cutting and make it like an I Spy mat then, couldn't you? You could choose different animals and stuff or something if you were doing it for a baby. Okay. Very quick one today, mainly because I've got little man and it was all a bit chaotic. So has anybody got anything to tell me? Leslie, you love that block, great for scrap busting. Absolutely. I will write it up as well, just in case anybody wants it. But frankly, it's 2.5 inch squares and 2.5 by 8.5 inch rectangles. It doesn't really need a pattern. Make 4 patches, chuck it all together. Yes, it was, Leslie, yeah. 2.5 by 8.5 for the longest strip. Basically, proportionally, because I was trying to make it look aesthetically right, I went with this. This comes out as a 4.5 inch block, so I wanted this to be kind of double. Okay, so 8.5, so that when it's sewn together, it's like this is 2/3, that's a third. So it just sort of got a little bit of balance. Jean, love the block, it's so easy. It is boom boom. I need a little pair of cymbals, don't I, for that? Well done. Is incredibly easy little block, really good for stash busting. I think, grab a scrap bucket or bucket, box, whatever you use. Cut, just don't think about the colours. Just cut as many 2.5 inch squares, that 2.5 by 8 inch rectangle as you can out of that bucket. Stitch something up. If you've got a Project Linus or a dog's home, or you're doing charity makes, really, really good way of using up some bits. Get some of those IKEA fleeces, the £3 ones. Incredibly cheap way of because what else are you going to do with scraps? Really cheap way of making a bright, colourful quilt. Marion, thanks. You've got so many scraps. You and me both, hun. You and me both. So Sarah's going to be here tomorrow. And she's going to do a bit of Pa's rulering for you. Okay, you're going to work through it together with her. We ought to put a raffle on as well, oughtn't we? We haven't done a raffle for ages, so I will speak to Sian and maybe we'll get a raffle on it over the weekend as well. Next week, I'm actually going to be doing, one of the 1 o'clocks is going to be an evening class, okay? Like we did a few weeks ago at 7 p.m. I'm going to do a 7 p.m. one next week because I've got a project which I'd like to do with you guys, but it's a little bit longer. We need sort of a good hour. So I'm going to do that at 7 p.m. next week. So I think probably on the Tuesday we'll do an evening one, all right? Fab. Yes, we haven't done a raffle for ages. Should we get a raffle on? We'll get a raffle on for this weekend, okay? We'll sort that out and maybe get it on for like tomorrow or Friday over the weekend. So yeah, first one 2022. Still doesn't sound right saying 2022. I still remember the millennium thinking, oh my god, we're in the 2000s. Anyway, I'm gonna go because of little man. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day and a lovely weekend, and tune in tomorrow for Sarah. Take care. Bye.